Prior to the 1,000-Year Blood War, if you asked me what character in Bleach I want to see go all out, I would have been like, nigga, what? The big OG Yamamoto, bitch. The big bird dropping feathers on these niggas. Stop playing with me, boy. I mean, I guess Shinsui and Kenpachi will be runner-ups, cause, you know, don't get it twisted. Shinsui got some shit up his sleeve. Don't sleep on that boy. And Kenpachi, well, everyone know he a demon. But with all the hype and respect directed towards Yamamoto by the other Soul Reapers, it was obvious OG was on a different level. And finally, in episode 5, Yamamoto decided to let his nuts swing and press the ops. He showed us that old school banging, talking about why you ain't got no tent, cause bitch, I got a shooter. And he did not disappoint. Kind of. Well, he didn't disappoint, but in my opinion, the context surrounding his fight was very unsatisfying. But let's start at the beginning and let me give you the rundown on the play. So boom, this man's head gets separated from his body and Yamamoto ain't phased at all. He just like, who's there? Like, bro, they just did your homie like Gabi did Eren. They popped his lid like a pickle jar and all you gotta say is who's there? And they just keep talking and leave him laying there like Yamcha in the Saiyan Saga. So you got these niggas standing in formation with masks on looking like the Jabberwockies, rocking all white like Michael Jackson on the Thriller cover. And they like, damn, you out here dolo? If we catch you lacking and loafing, we get to smacking and blowing, you feel me? The Yamamoto said some fly ass shit. There is nothing more safe than to be in my presence. Talk about, bitch, I got my own fire, I don't need security in the club. And that's when they knew they couldn't fuck with him. So as soon as he moved, they pieced out of there. And look how Yamamoto made the block hot with one swipe of his sword. He caused an explosion like he put a fork in the microwave. Flash to this overkill Quincy, and I was tempted to include him in the video about how much of a menace the Quincy's are, but I think putting him in this video is a way better fit. Cause what happens next is nothing short of poetic justice. The get back of a lifetime, literally. So he about to kill this lieutenant and he bragging how he gets stronger the more kills he get. And that's like, what kind of power is that? That belonged to a literal demon. The concept of that is fucking crazy. But anyway, so while he bragging, he reveals that he killed Yamamoto's lieutenant. And my nigga, he should have just kept his mouth shut. Speech is silver, but silence is golden. Cause Yamamoto just materialized out of nowhere, like he instantly appeared like he had a flying Rajin mark at that exact location. He showed up faster than if you told Goku dinner was ready. And he swatted his giant missile disguised as an arrow out the air with his bare hand. He swatted that shit away like a fly at a barbecue. And this big dumb musclehead ass Quincy don't realize who he fucking with, so he goes and makes it worse by using his dead homie's Bankai against him. And you know just how much of a bad move this was, cause instead of defending himself, Yamamoto just stood there and had a flashback. He just started reminiscing like he was sitting on his porch smoking a blunt and not in the middle of a battle being struck with more lightning than a Killua attack. And when he was done with that flashback, he walked right up to Buddy and seared him like a sirloin. He turned this nigga to the Ghost Rider the way he flamed him. He flamed him worse than when you show up to school with a bad haircut. Get out of here, little nigga. I'm about to shake the city. Boom, he fly out of there like Genos when he fought Saitama and go straight for Yhwach. And just like that, everybody gets the will to fight. Yamamoto is such an OG that just the knowledge of his participation on the battlefield gives a power up to all his Soul Reapers within a 5-mile radius. So when he gets to Yhwach, he sees him holding Kenpachi how Frieza was holding Vegeta when they fought on Namek, and he snatches him away like Goku did with Gohan against Nappa. After that, these three Quincy's make the worst decision of their lives and try to jump on Yamamoto like Rob Van Dam doing the frog splash, and Yamamoto casually creates a volcanic eruption and immediately everything is on fire. I mean, he got the landscape looking like Namek when Frieza said it would blow up in 5 minutes. And out of nowhere, boom, no flames. And just look at the animation. In one episode, they went from dark and cloudy overcast to more flames than hell itself to an eerily dry, sunny, and cloudless day. Like you could actually see the heat waves, and it has this slightly oversaturated look adding to the realism. The final thing that makes this scene so great to me is the absence of background noise. We go from the sounds of battle and the crackling of flames behind characters' dialogue to the point where I was so used to it that it didn't even register to absolutely nothing. And that auditory representation of something lacking, something missing, was perfect to complement the physical lack of flames and clouds. It just tied the whole scene together to truly make it unsettling. Episode 6 of 1,000-Year Blood War has got to be one of the best episodes in all of shonen battle anime history. Wow, that was surprisingly serious and well spoken for a goofy guy like you. But why is his Bankai so old and crusty? And there he goes. What did I expect? Actually, it matches him perfect. It looks just like him. But don't get it twisted, he's still a hot boy in these streets. All he did was tap the ground with the tip of his sword and it split apart more than when Naruto fought Tsunade. And he started feeling himself like he just won the lottery. He was talking cash shit. He was just flexing his powers for no reason. But for real, the way his flames bursted out of him and engulfed everything, the ground literally melting under his feet and his body covered in a sort of armor made of fire like Endeavor on steroids. Then he stabs his sword into the ground, the flames crackling and the music coming to a crescendo. Suddenly silence, once again, as he summons the dead with a dope use of CGI in my opinion. The slight cracking of bones with Yamamoto's gravely serious voice explaining his power as the ground cracks and skeletons emerge from below. How could you not be amazed by this? And of course Yhwach is scared shitless. Like, I thought you were a swordsman, what the fuck is this? You been training with Orochimaru? How the fuck do you go from flames to, oh yeah, by the way, I can summon the dead to do my bidding too. But anyway, that last attack? Nigga, that last attack? I swear, I think he straight up threw the sun at that man, cause I don't know what he did, but it was as bright as a solar flare in this bitch. And Yhwach is finally defeated, in the same way as one of the most iconic villains in all of anime. He gets cut in half in the exact same way as Frieza, at the waist and missing an arm. And then, as soon as Yamamoto releases his Bankai, it starts to rain, as if the Soul Society itself was waiting on bated breath for the conclusion of such an epic battle. The very climactic and satisfying finale of one of the greatest fights ever in anime. Right? No! Because for some fucking reason, they decided to make that Yhwach a body double, so the real Yhwach comes out, steals Yamamoto's Bankai, and cuts him in half, all in less than 5 minutes! What the fuck kind of shit is that? I'm sorry, but that's lame as hell. And I blame Kenpachi for what happened, cause the nigga that was impersonating Yhwach was one of the 3 Quincy's that Kenpachi defeated at the beginning of the invasion. But because this selfish, childish ass nigga never kills no one, we get the worst plot twist I've seen since Kaguya. Fuck! Yamamoto is dope. He's a cool character. I've been waiting to see him go all out since he chased down Shinsui and Ukitake in the Save Rukia arc. And now when he finally does, they completely ruin the impact by making it be against a nigga that Kenpachi already defeated, with his eye patch on. Why do they do Yamamoto like this? First, they make him fight Wonder-Wise without his sword, and now this? RIP to the big OG Yamamoto. He was #1, and he deserved better. Yo, if you like this video, I got others like it on my channel. Go check them out and make sure to drop me a like and subscribe, cause you know I'm here to stay. Real niggas elevate and motivate. We don't dissipate, you feel me?